Imagine this. A single ship gets stuck in one narrow strip of water, and suddenly the entire world starts malfunctioning. Factories slow down in Germany, coffee shipments stall in London, oil prices jump, cargo worth billions freezes in place, and for 6 days, the global economy held its breath. Here's the terrifying part. About 12% of the entire world's trade depends on this single waterway, one narrow canal in Egypt, a ditch in the desert quietly holding the global economy together. This is not just the story of a ship, it's the story of a machine, a hidden machine that quietly controls global trade, and most people don't even realize it exists. Welcome to X10 Intelligence. If you enjoy videos that reveal the hidden systems controlling the world, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and let's begin. In March 2021, a giant container ship called the Ever Given entered the Suez Canal. It was nearly 400 meters long, longer than the Eiffel Tower laid sideways, stacked with thousands of containers, electronics, furniture, clothes, machine parts, food, and somewhere inside those metal boxes were products destined for homes and factories across Europe. Then suddenly, the impossible happened. Strong winds, human error, a narrow canal, and within minutes, one of the largest ships on Earth turned sideways, completely blocking the canal. At first, people online laughed. Memes exploded everywhere. Tiny excavators next to a massive ship. Jokes, Photoshops, TikToks. But behind the memes, something terrifying was unfolding, because the Suez Canal is not just a shortcut. It is one of the main arteries of the global economy. And suddenly, that artery was clogged. Every single day, roughly 50 massive ships pass through this canal. Oil from the Middle East, gas shipments, Chinese exports to Europe, Asian electronics, car components, coffee, grain, clothing, furniture, chemicals, everything. And here's the hidden problem most people never think about. The modern world depends on speed, not storage. That's the key. Factories today don't keep giant warehouses anymore. They rely on something called just-in-time delivery, meaning parts arrive exactly when needed, not weeks early, not months early, exactly on schedule. Inventory is an expense. Speed is a profit. It saves corporations billions. It increases efficiency. It makes the entire system move faster. But it also creates a dangerous weakness. Because the world economy became so optimized, it lost its ability to absorb shocks. If one link in the chain breaks, the entire machine starts shaking. And that's exactly what happened. Within hours of the blockage, ships started piling up. Then more ships. Then even more. Oil tankers, cargo vessels, livestock carriers, massive floating cities of steel, all trapped. Soon, over 400 ships were waiting. Imagine a traffic jam. Now imagine that traffic jam stretches across the global economy. Every hour, the canal remained blocked. Billions of dollars in trade were delayed. But here's where it gets really interesting. The real damage wasn't happening in Egypt. It was happening thousands of miles away. In Germany, automakers started panicking over missing components because modern cars are built using parts from dozens of countries. A wire from Malaysia, microchips from Taiwan, steel from China, sensors from Japan. If even one critical part doesn't arrive, the entire assembly line can stop. One delayed ship can freeze a factory producing thousands of cars. Meanwhile, in the UK, retailers began warning about shortages. Coffee shipments slowed, furniture deliveries got delayed. Some products suddenly became harder to find. And then came shipping prices. When ports become congested, everything becomes more expensive. Shipping containers become scarce. Routes become chaotic. Insurance costs rise. Fuel costs rise. Delivery times explode. And eventually, those costs reach consumers, meaning a ship stuck in Egypt can quietly make everyday life more expensive for families in Europe. That's the butterfly effect of global trade. But to truly understand this, you need to understand how the Suez Canal became so powerful, because this story actually begins more than 150 years ago. Before the Suez Canal existed, ships traveling from Asia to Europe had to sail all the way around Africa. An enormous journey, longer, slower, more dangerous, more expensive. Then in 1869, everything changed. The Suez Canal opened. Suddenly, Europe and Asia were directly connected. The distance between London and Mumbai dropped dramatically. Trade accelerated. Empires expanded. Profits exploded. The canal became one of the most valuable trade routes on Earth, and over time, the world built itself around it. That's the important part. The global economy didn't just use the Suez Canal, it evolved around it. Factories, shipping routes, supply chains, energy systems, consumer markets, all optimized around one assumption: the canal will always stay open. And that assumption turned out to be fragile. Because the Ever Given exposed something deeply uncomfortable. The modern world looks massive, but underneath, it's shockingly delicate. We think globalization makes the world stronger. In some ways, it does, but it also creates dependency. Countries depend on shipping lanes. Factories depend on precise timing. Supermarkets depend on invisible logistics networks. Most people think the economy is controlled by governments or politicians, but often it's controlled by infrastructure: ports, railways, fiber optic cables, oil pipelines, shipping lanes, invisible systems, quietly running civilization. And then economists realized something terrifying. The Suez Canal wasn't the weak point. It was one of many. There are other choke points: the Strait of Hormuz, where a huge portion of the world's oil passes; the Panama Canal, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific; the Strait of Malacca, one of Asia's most important shipping routes; the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, a narrow gateway connecting Europe to Asia through the Red Sea. The global economy depends on tiny geographic bottlenecks, and if one fails, the consequences spread everywhere. During the Ever Given crisis, some ships tried avoiding the Suez Canal entirely, so they sailed around Africa instead. But that added thousands of miles, extra fuel, extra time, extra costs, and time in global trade is money. Joe, a delayed shipment can destroy schedules across multiple industries. Factories miss deadlines, retailers lose inventory, ports become overcrowded, the entire machine becomes unstable. And this is why the story fascinated the world, because for a brief moment, people saw behind the curtain. Normally, global trade feels invisible. You order something online, and it arrives. Simple. But the Ever Given exposed the hidden complexity behind modern life. Your coffee, your phone, your car, your clothes, your furniture. They travel through an enormous system of ports, ships, containers, canals, trucks, warehouses, and algorithms. A machine so massive that no single person fully controls it. And yet, one mistake, one gust of wind, one ship turning sideways was enough to disrupt the planet. For 6 days, excavators dug around the ship, tugboats pulled with enormous force, engineers raced against time because every passing hour meant more economic damage. Finally, the Ever Given was freed. The ships began moving again. Trade resumed. The memes faded, but the warning remained. The world economy is not a solid structure. It's a balancing act, a giant interconnected machine running on timing, precision, and fragile trust. And the Suez Canal is one of the gears keeping that machine alive. So next time a package arrives at your door, remember this: it probably crossed oceans, passed through choke points, moved through invisible systems, and depended on thousands of people you will never meet. Because modern civilization isn't held together by magic, it's held together by logistics. And civilization looks permanent until one broken link reminds you it isn't. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the hidden systems controlling the modern world, Subscribe to X10 Intelligence, because the next story is even bigger. The world's economy doesn't just run on oil, or money, or governments. It runs on choke points. And once you see them, you can't unsee them.